Dave Hollis, Get Out of Your Own Way, A Skeptic's Guide to Growth and Fulfillment. In Get Out of Your Own Way, A Skeptic's Guide to Growth and Fulfillment, Dave Hollis shares his journey to personal and professional transformation. As a highly successful executive at Disney, Hollis seemed to have it all, but inside he was unfulfilled. Through candid self-examination, vulnerability, and embracing change, Hollis began to evolve both personally and professionally. This book summary dives into Hollis's introspective journey, exploring themes such as the importance of not defining oneself by one's occupation, embracing failures, and understanding our partner's needs.
Value beyond your job title. Picture yourself at a social gathering, discussing your impressive job and watching people's reactions. Even though they're in awe, you remain unsatisfied with your work. Does this sound familiar? Learn from Dave Hollis, a successful yet unhappy Disney executive, who discovered that personal value transcends professional titles. By taking the leap and changing careers, he redefined his self-worth and ultimately found fulfillment beyond the confines of his prestigious job. At a social event, when someone asks what you do for a living, the answer might trigger a variety of responses. Imagine mentioning your role as the head of sales for Disney's movie studio, responsible for blockbusters like Frozen, Inside Out, and Marvel Productions. Inevitably, people are left impressed. However, deep inside, you wish your job sparked the same enthusiasm within you. This narrative portrays the life of author Dave Hollis, previously a sales executive at Disney. Although he had an incredible team, a never-ending supply of blockbuster films, and a handsome paycheck, Dave felt discontented. His job was beginning to feel monotonous, and he realized it was time for a change. Hesitant at first, Dave was worried about letting go of the prestige associated with his position. He acknowledged that his job had become his identity, and losing it might diminish his perceived self-worth. Despite his fears, Dave longed for liberation from other people's opinions and eventually made the leap. Resigning from Disney, he embraced the challenge of becoming the CEO at his wife's business, the Hollis Company. Dave's transition from a media giant to a startup demanded that he relearn many aspects of business. This stimulating experience led him to a critical self-discovery. His value as a person wasn't defined by his paycheck or company's reputation but rather stemmed from being a caring, respectful individual who positively impacted the world. This revelation allowed Dave to appreciate his worth without relying on his job title for validation. If you ever find yourself in a similar situation, remember that personal value extends far beyond one's professional achievements. Embrace weaknesses, gain competitive edge. A business environment can be compared to the wild savanna, where revealing your weaknesses may lead to your downfall. In his career, Dave adopted a lion-like, combative approach in negotiations, hiding any insecurities to avoid exploitation. However, this made him seem unreasonable and distanced him from others. The turning point for Dave came after watching the movie 8 Mile. The film taught him that owning his weaknesses could render them harmless and give him a competitive edge. By being honest and vulnerable, Dave framed his weaknesses as strengths and started applying this approach both professionally and personally, transforming his interactions and relationships. Embracing your weaknesses can lead to more fruitful negotiations and genuine connections with others. Embrace failure, foster growth. When Dave's son lost his campaign for class president, it served as a reminder that failure is a natural part of life and shouldn't be feared. Failure can be a catalyst for growth, and by realizing this, Dave learned to embrace it and overcome his fixed mindset. Switching to a growth mindset allowed him to continuously improve, challenge his abilities, and discover new talents. As a society, we should work on normalizing failure and recognizing its potential to enhance our personal and professional lives. Dave's son Jackson, inspired by his father's experiences, decided to run for class president in elementary school. Although Jackson's campaign ended in defeat, this loss presented a valuable opportunity to teach him that failure wasn't synonymous with being a failure. Beloved by his family and admired for his courage, Jackson came to understand that failure wasn't fatal. Such experiences emphasized the importance of normalizing failure for personal growth. Coinciding with Jackson's defeat, Dave felt trapped in his career at Disney, realizing he was stuck in a fixed mindset, as described by psychologist Carol Dweck. In this mindset, Dave believed his skills were limited, leading him to avoid challenges he assumed he couldn't meet. However, Dweck's book, Mindset, revealed the alternative growth mindset, where individuals believe in the possibility of continuous improvement, broadening their horizons through new experiences. By choosing to adopt a growth mindset, Dave was determined to escape his career rut, embrace the prospect of possible failures, and truly believe in his ability to grow as a person. Society often regards failure as a taboo, but by daring to undertake tasks that we may not excel at, we challenge societal norms, learn to be comfortable with imperfection, and ultimately reveal previously undiscovered talents. By shifting our mindset and transforming our relationship with failure, we can unlock our true potential and become the best versions of ourselves. Embracing pain for growth. In 2013, Dave and Rachel Hollis decided to expand their family by adopting a child. After heartbreakingly losing custody of twin girls they hoped to adopt, the couple found themselves questioning their ability to keep going. A chance conversation with a stranger, who shared his own adoption story, inspired them to push through the pain and continue pursuing their dream. Eventually, they adopted a little girl named Noah, whose name serves as a symbol of courage, faith, and love that helped them navigate a flood of pain. Dave and Rachel Hollis, already blessed with 3 biological sons, knew something was missing from their family, a daughter. They set their hearts on adoption, and 3 years later, their dreams seemed to be coming true when they received word of newborn twin girls in need of a loving home. However, just 5 weeks after welcoming the twins, a devastating call informed them that the girls' father wanted custody, shattering their family dreams. The key message in this story is that when we allow ourselves to face pain head-on, rather than avoiding it, we set the stage for personal growth. Faced with immense heartache, Dave and Rachel knew they had a choice. They could either let their pain hold them hostage or courageously continue their adoption journey. They recognized that to give up in fear of more pain would prevent them from finding the daughter they had always wanted. During a lunch meeting with their adoption attorney, Rachel inquired about the twins' father, hoping to at least give the babies some presents for closure. Dave reluctantly disclosed that the father had requested no further contact from the Hollises, causing Rachel to break down, feeling unable to continue. It was in this moment of raw vulnerability that a stranger dining nearby intervened, sharing his adoption story and how he wouldn't be the person he was today if his adoptive parents had not endured their own setbacks. Inspired by this unexpected encounter, Dave and Rachel found renewed strength and determination to push through their pain. Just 2 months later, they finally found their daughter, a precious girl they named Noah as an homage to the stranger who had rekindled their hope. This journey taught them that courage, faith, and love can help us survive our floods of pain, and on the other side, we emerge stronger and more resilient than ever. Decoding love languages. Ever feel like your affectionate gestures fall flat with your partner? Don't worry, it's not necessarily a lack of effort, but rather a difference in love languages. As people evolve, so do their needs and desires. Therefore, understanding your partner's unique love language is vital for a thriving relationship. Utilizing tools like the Enneagram and Dr. Gary Chapman's The 5 Love Languages can help you better understand your partner's preferences when it comes to expressing and receiving love. Consequently, both you and your partner learn to communicate affection effectively in a manner that resonates deeply with one another, fostering greater connection and intimacy. Ever gone out of your way to cook the perfect meal or find the ideal gift for your partner, only to receive a lukewarm response? Often, such reactions stem from people interpreting gestures differently. To complicate matters, individuals change over time, and their needs change with them. That's why it's important never to assume what our partner needs and to develop a deeper understanding of their unique preferences. Luckily, various tools can help discern your partner's core desires, making it easier to connect with them meaningfully. One couple, Dave and Rachel, utilized the Enneagram, a diagnostic test identifying primary and secondary personality types, to learn more about themselves and each other. This exploration illuminated how their respective peacemaker and achiever personalities paired harmoniously. Another valuable tool is Dr. Gary Chapman's book, The 5 Love Languages. Dave discovered his love language is acts of service, while Rachel's is words of affirmation. This revelation makes sense of why Dave's attempts at service fell flat with Rachel. Understanding the love languages of one another paves the way for speaking each other's love language and establishing a deeper connection. By gaining insight into how our partners express and receive love, we can learn to speak their love language, leading to more effective expressions of affection. As a result, navigating challenging times, celebrating happy moments, and sharing heartfelt sentiments become significantly easier in ways that truly matter to our loved ones. Embracing change in relationships. Adapting and responding to change is crucial for businesses to survive, and it's just as important in personal relationships. Recognizing the necessity for change and being able to adjust to your partner's needs at different times can prevent misunderstandings and strengthen your bond. Becoming comfortable with change is a sign of a strong and healthy partnership. Keep an open line of communication, listen to your partner's needs, and be willing to let go of assumptions to transform a good relationship into a great one. In the same way that businesses must adapt to shifts in customer preferences, technology, or cultural changes, relationships also need to embrace change to flourish. Change can incite fear in our personal lives, as we often see it as a sign that we've been doing something wrong. However, accepting that change is a natural aspect of any relationship can help us further grow and improve as partners. To be the best partner possible, you need to be able to play different roles at different times based on your partner's needs. Reflecting on events from the past year, you'll notice that you require different things from your partner at various moments. Giving your partner the support they need during any given situation without assuming that you know best is a key component of a strong relationship. Consider the example of Rachel and Dave. When Rachel was pursuing an opportunity to host a TV program, Dave assumed she needed him to save her from potential disappointment. Instead of supporting her, he highlighted the slim chances of her landing the deal, inadvertently making her feel unsupported. After landing the gig, Rachel bought herself a bracelet as a reminder to have faith in herself, even when her partner might not. Avoid making the same mistake as Dave by asking your partner what kind of support they need and humbly listening to their response. Be willing to set aside assumptions and embrace their requests to strengthen the relationship. Open communication and adaptability are essential to maintain a healthy, thriving partnership. Empathy through diverse perspectives. Growing up in a homogeneous environment, Dave thought he understood what it was like for marginalized and minority communities in America. However, his experiences with a multicultural church and the conversations with its members made him realize that understanding can only be achieved by listening to others' experiences and practicing empathy. This revelation helped Dave become a better advocate for diversity and inclusivity in his workplace. In Dave's early life, he lived in a uniform community where everyone shared the same appearance, religion, and lifestyle. It wasn't until his 20s that he started interacting with individuals vastly different from him, broadening his understanding of diversity. When he and Rachel decided to adopt a child from another culture, they joined a multicultural church to help their future daughter connect with her heritage, which led to an eye-opening revelation for Dave. Although Dave believed he grasped the civil rights movement and the experience of people of color in America, his exposure to the diverse church community highlighted how wrong he was. When his church members discussed concerns of police violence against African Americans, it struck Dave that his children might need to be taught how to interact safely with law enforcement due to their race. Attending a workshop on racial reconciliation and listening to the experiences of people in the congregation made Dave understand that he had barely scratched the surface when it came to the impact of racial prejudice. As a privileged white male, he could never fully comprehend their struggles. However, he could still employ empathy and listen to their stories to better grasp their lives. This newfound understanding changed how Dave viewed his workplace. He began to acknowledge that he couldn't relate to the experiences of employees from marginalized or minority groups. In the following years, Dave led initiatives to combat unconscious bias against women, people of color, and LGBTQ individuals. By admitting his lack of understanding, he became a more effective advocate for diversity and inclusivity.
Dave Hollis's switch from a lucrative career to a more fulfilling endeavor has left him richer in many ways. This book's summary provides valuable lessons about personal growth, embracing vulnerability, exploring different aspects of relationships, and understanding the perspectives of others. By challenging old habits, assumptions, and embracing change, readers can learn to navigate through life's twists and turns with resilience and genuine contentment. Ultimately, Hollis's journey offers a thought-provoking and inspiring roadmap to a more meaningful and fulfilled life.